I like to think that we approached Mexico and the city with great respect and love for it. And it's kind of a balancing act when you're finding the tone for the film. And I didn't want it to just seem like, this is a scary place.
Amigos de Película, ¿qué tal? Yo soy Riva y estamos de estreno con Saw X, la 10ª entrega de El Juego del Miedo. Así es, Jigsaw regresa para su juego más personal tras descubrir que ha sido estafado en México, además con temas de su salud. Obviamente los responsables pagarán caro las consecuencias y yo tuve la fortuna de conversar con el director de esta icónica película, Kevin Greutert, quien además ha sido el editor desde la primera cinta. Y también tuve la oportunidad de conversar con Anthony Stabley, su diseñador de producción. Así que quédate conmigo para este especial de Saw X, El Juego del Miedo, la 10ª entrega de esta super película de estreno en De Película. Kevin, Anthony, we are happy to have you on the estreno de película with this new film, the 10th installment for the Saw franchise. Would you imagine it would make it as far as it has come, coming now to our hometown, Mexico?
I know, it's kind of a miracle, isn't it? When we made Saw 1, we said there'll never be a sequel to this movie, and here we are. So, and what an unexpected turn to go to Mexico to make it and set it there.
This is the first time also we know exactly the location and where the story happens, and this refreshes the game. Kevin, what may have surprised you unexpectedly from Mexico as the location for the installment?
I didn't know what to expect. It was pretty different than what I thought, but I liked the idea, just knowing something about the history of Mexico and the deep history going back to the Aztecs and the Mayans. All that stuff made me think this could be really cool. And we were able to use some of those themes in the film, but our whole approach to it, though, was to, even though there's some dark parts of Mexican history and the look of some of what we did, I like to think that we approached Mexico and the city with great respect and love for it. And it's kind of a balancing act when you're finding the tone for the film. And I didn't want it to just seem like, this is a scary place, and we wanted John to seem like a fish out of water, but at the same time, there's a lot of friendly people along the way. Some of them real, some of them not.
Our program is a two-pronged treatment outside Mexico City. The results have been stunning.
She saved my life.
Well, Mexico is famous for its mythology, legends, and as you said, its characteristic and pretty unique architecture. How did all this inspiration work for you to give life to the new trams and the devices for the game? Like, the head trap really captivated me. It has this Aztec theme, but the Cecilia's house was a modern thing. There are many different Mexico things going on.
Yeah, I think it was really important for us to show the variety of Mexico. That was number one. So when you look at the variety and when you look at the history, again, Kevin and I looked at a lot of torture devices. We looked at the past. We looked at even the Spanish Inquisition. We looked at, how traps open and close and the metal work. We had leather artisans, metal artisans. We had a whole amazing trap team that was from Mexico City. And so I feel like just what we saw on location, what we saw at the factory, what we looked at the history of Mexico, all of that really inspired us. And again, I think we were just fortunate to have such a great team.
The only thing I have not provided is your anesthetic. But trust me, you will want to remain alert.
Kevin, in the film, John has deep personal motives to go full Jigsaw, but what we see goes more in the likes of the vindication of his character. How challenging was for you as a director to balance those dreams, the villain and the hero ones?
Well, of course, it's very hard, and I think everybody always has an expectation that John is perfect. He can see what everybody's going to do. He can predict. And, I've always liked that and I've always respected that. And when we came up with this idea that he's been conned, he's been tricked, I wasn't sure how Tobin would take it, but he liked it. He just wanted to make sure we did it right so that the character didn't seem stupid. But, there are definitely other places in the story where he makes very human mistakes. And, you know, we took a risk and very few people have seen the film, so I know I'm happy with the way the movie turned out, but hopefully the audience will as well.
Thank you so much, Anthony, Kevin. You did an amazing job on So X. Congratulations.
I'm really glad you liked it.
Well, we're so happy to hear this. Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations. Thank you for being with us on De Película de estreno. Chao. Gracias por acompañarme en este especial de So X, el juego del miedo. Afortunadamente aquí estamos vivos y completos, pero no dirán lo mismo los protagonistas de esta cinta que ya encuentras en tu sala favorita. Yo soy Riva, gracias de nuevo por ver este especial y nos vemos en un próximo de estreno en De Película. Bye bye.
Live or die. The choice is yours.